From retro to next gen, we've got it all. I'm George, a Gen X grown-up, and this is Bit by Bit. All right, today's first bit comes to us from GeekDad.com, and we're going to be talking about the RetroRealms double feature, Highway to Halloween. Now, this has two different games bundled together. One where you have a 16-bit side-scroller that you play basically in the Halloween universe, and the other one in the Ash versus the Evil Dead universe. It's really cool. You get to play as those two main characters, Michael Myers and Ash. There's some other neat little features. There's some DLC. You get to play as Laurie Strode from Halloween or Kelly Maxwell from Ash versus the Evil Dead. Really neat stuff. You can see some of these screenshots here. It's definitely going to be a bloody, gory Halloween type mess. This was just reported on earlier this week, and I know that I'm releasing this after Halloween, but I think this would be fun to play all year round. These two franchises are two of my favorites. The one neat thing is getting the two games bundled together. However, that does mean there's a little bit of a premium for the price in this 16-bit era side-scrolling app thing. So it's $49.99, so $50, $25 a game essentially, but you can get it on Switch, PS5, PS4, Xbox, XS, X1, I don't know how many Xboxes there are now, this is crazy, and of course Steam for your PC, which is where I'll be playing it. I guess you can also get a physical copy of the game on Amazon, which is really neat, but of course you wouldn't have gotten that until after Halloween, so yeah, still very cool. I think you should definitely support this franchise. It looks to be like a really fun game, and I think it's awesome. Want to support Gen X Grown Up and get something extra? Become a Patreon member for behind-the-scenes access, exclusive content, early releases, and more. Check it out at genxgrownup.com/Patreon. Another bit of news from GameSpot.com. It turns out that Atari's VCS console is now 50% off at Amazon. I checked this out. It is still good as the time of this recording. Originally, $400. Now, it's $200. Apparently, they typically sell for around $300. This is a great budget retro gaming PC. Even if you don't want to use it for the VCS system itself, it's just a Linux-based Atari OS, which is awesome. It's got 100 pre-installed games on it. It's got that really cool controller that's the paddle with the little buttons and everything. Some people love it. Some people hate it. I really like it. You can upgrade and give it a 32 gig flash drive via the external USB drives, all this kind of stuff. It's got an M2 SSD slot available in it. Comes with 8 gigs of RAM. Yeah. It's great. I mean, there have been some other stuff that Atari has come out with lately. You know, they've got the Super Pocket Atari Edition, the Techno Super Pocket, the Game Station Pro has come out recently, within the last year or so. And they've got some more stuff on the rise. They've got, some of these 2600 plus. They've got a 7800 plus that's going to launch at the end of the month. There's a lot of great stuff out there if you're an Atari fan right now. But this Atari VCS for $200, that's a hell of a deal, folks. Don't miss the Gen X Grown Up podcast. New episodes drop every Thursday, packed with reviews, nostalgia, and more. Listen at genxgrownup.com/pod or on your favorite podcast platform. And the last bit of news today from Engadget.com. It turns out that the Atari 50, the anniversary celebration, game or encyclopedia, whatever you want to call it, from Digital Eclipse, it's getting a new expansion on November 8th. I cannot wait. I love this series. This new one is called The First Console War, and it details the whole thing between Atari and Intellivision, and they are including 19 new games, I believe it is. Yeah, 19 more games. You can see we've got a whole bunch of M Network releases: Air Raiders, Ant Bear, Armor Ambush, Astro Blast, International Soccer. This all comes off of that recent acquisition by Atari of the M Network library, I'm sure. Sword Fight, Sea Battle, look at Video Pinball is in there, basketball. They've even got a prototype for Final Legacy in there, Desert Falcon for the 7800. I mean, there's a lot of content in this, and you know it's not just the games. It's also all of the great interviews and the news articles and everything that they're going to throw in with this. It's going to be really cool. Now, I did a little bit of research to find out the price for you. It looks like you'll be able to get both DLCs. So the original one that came out earlier this year for the Atari 50th anniversary celebration, and this DLC for $13.99, which is kind of a deal because that first DLC was like $7.99. So you're getting a little bit of a deal here. They also have some physical editions for the Switch and the PS5 here that cost $40. But the big one, a steelbook for the Switch, includes the Atari 2600 art cards, and other goodies will be $50. So if you have a Switch, or maybe if you just want all those art cards and that really cool steelbook packaging, you can get it for $50 starting on November 8th. That's going to do it for the news making headlines in the gaming world right now. I am George, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, and I'll keep on bringing you the news bit by bit.